A great player, 9 assists, career high for any game. And all 9 of those assists were made three-point shots. That's 27 points strictly off his assists. So that level of creativity and his ability to attack whoever was in front of them was the difference in the game.
And so now they have, it feels like, look, I understand that every game in the NBA playoffs feels like a referendum on everything. But to go on the road in this critical Game 5 and overcome all of those obstacles to win, it really feels like Toronto was in total control.
Well, it just continues to embody playoff basketball. When somebody wins 1 or 2 games, you have so many people trying to say, oh, it's over. No, this is why it's a series. You continue to reinvent yourself. The Raptors have done that, in particular on the defensive side.
You also got to understand that stars show up big on the road, and they allow the team to have confidence. Van Fleet and those 7 threes, the fact that he did that is because of what Kawhi was able to do as far as settling the Raptors down.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of us have painted this series as just flat Kawhi versus Giannis. And to use your phrase, Jalen, rightfully so. But there are a lot of other factors that have come into play here so far. And last night, Van Vliet was another one. Let's go over to Laura here because there are quite a few other people worth talking about in this series. Laura.
Come on, Rutledge.
Absolutely. What's up, Jay? So here's the thing. If you talk about the MVP of this series, it kind of feels like it could be Toronto president Masai Ujiri. He brought in Kawhi. It was kind of risky. People said you're going to send away DeMar DeRozan, but you're going to bring in Kawhi. And then maybe hiring Nick Nurse turns out to be a lot more important. What do you see from the coaching side of this, Coach Seth Greenberg and Jay Will?
Well, you look at Nick Nurse. He is a career coach. He's a lifetime coach. He's coached all over the world. He's coached in the G League. He's a guy that understands his craft. And what he's done is he's won the battle. He's playing chess, and Coach Bud is playing checkers. That's just the way it is. Look how he's using Kawhi Leonard. Look in the fourth quarter. Games are won and lost in the fourth quarter. Look what Kawhi Leonard is doing. He's getting him the ball. He created that switch with Lopez, and he attacked the switch. Kawhi Leonard making the plays, but a coach has to put that guy in position to make the plays. Ball screen. To me, we talk about Kawhi Leonard. He's the little fundamental. Tim Duncan was the big fundamental. This dude makes every single right play. He plays with poise. He plays with patience. He has great decision making. But to me, it's all about Nick Nurse and the decisions that he's made defensively, containing Giannis, keeping him in front, shrinking the court, who he's guarding, who he's not guarding, and then making sure that Kawhi has the ball in the right place.
Scottie Pippen was talking to P.J. Tucker the other day, and he was saying that you guys will never win a championship for the Houston Rockets because their offense was predictable. The offense for the Milwaukee Bucks in the past 3 fourth quarters has been predictable. You take them out of half court, you make them a half court, out of full court, you make them a half court team, and you load up the paint. A staggering fact that came out about Giannis in this game and about the way Coach Bud organizes their strategy offensively. Inside of 3 feet in this series, inside of 3 feet, Giannis is shooting 65%. Outside of 3 feet, Giannis is shooting 19%.
Wow.
He's only taking 7 shots outside of the restricted area. Only 7. So if you don't do things in transition, you load up the paint, I don't think they play or have the resources. That's what makes the Warriors so good. They have the different variances of their offense. They can beat you in a variety of ways,
and
not the Bucks.
And the last 10 seconds of the shot clock,
you're
talking about right now, a Bucks team, they were 5 for 15 in the last 10 seconds.
It's all on Giannis.
All right, which is basically poor offense, as opposed to, on the other side, the Raptors, 15 field goals in the last 10 seconds, making good decisions, being more efficient offensively when the game is on the line.
All right, we'll talk a little more about Giannis later on the show as well, get everybody's take on that. But meanwhile, on planet Earth, we got to get back to Drake, my dude. I love him. He addressed the fans at Jurassic Park. This was a watch party in Toronto after the game. Take a listen to this.
I want to tell you guys, all these games that happen inside while you guys are standing out here, nothing can happen without all this energy. Look, we play in an American league, and I promise you a Canadian team is going to the NBA Finals. We love you guys. Thank you.
All right, so then there's this. We've got Aaron Rodgers, the Packers quarterback at the game. Lots of celebrities were there. And, there were some things that were happening that were crazy, but how about the shirt next to him? That's Mallory Edens, the daughter of Bucks owner Gordon Edens. She sat next to Aaron Rodgers. She was trolling Drake with that Pusha T. Long-standing beef with Drake, Pusha T has, and so that got a little ugly. How about Kevin Durant, though, Greeny.
All right, let's get to that. The Warriors have announced that both DeMarcus Cousins and Kevin Durant underwent evaluations, and it appears neither will be ready for the start of the finals. Kevin Durant has not yet been cleared for on-court activities, and so it does not appear the Warriors are going to get those guys back, certainly for the beginning of these finals. Let's listen.
There's never been a point during this process where we've been able to say he's going to play on such and such date, and there still isn't. I would say we feel like he's going to be back at some point during the series. But again, there's nothing clear cut. Marcus looked good. He went through the whole practice, and he doesn't have any more pain. Strength in his quad is good. Now it's about conditioning, getting shots up, playing 5-on-5, playing basketball.
Okay, so Jalen, you were very definitive, having covered the Western Conference Finals for us and ESPN and ABC and all the rest of that. Very definitive yesterday that if they don't get Durant back, they don't win the championship. Do you stand by that? We were assuming it was going to be Milwaukee, starting to feel a little less that way. You're standing by that. No KD, no title for the Warriors.
I'm standing by that. Here's why. Brucey, and you'd appreciate this side of the ball, and I don't talk much about defense. Without Kevin Durant and without Boogie, Draymond Green has been terrific as a playmaker and scoring the basketball. But after him, you got Looney, you got Bogut. You really fall off. Look up front what they're doing against the Greek Freak. You have Kawhi, you have Pascal playing defense, you have Serge, and you have Marc Gasol to play stout defense. I think that group stops the Golden State Warriors from winning a championship if KD doesn't play.
As the Toronto folks will understand, au contraire, mon frère. The fact that you got Steph, Clay, and Draymond ball movement. You know it's easy to guard guys when you build a wall. That's what you see as far as Toronto and the Milwaukee Bucks. They build a wall around Giannis. That you can't build that wall when it comes to guarding Steph and the Golden State Warriors because their ball movement and their attacking style. You can't do that, Jay, and you understand that as a pro basketball player, point guard. Come on, Jay.
Well, two things make me uncomfortable. One, how you're using the term "build a wall." I look at that different. Two, don't underestimate Kawhi Leonard. Okay, this guy has ascended, and now all of a sudden those pick and rolls with Curry and Draymond, you have Pascal and Kawhi in that action, keeping it perimeter oriented. I like what I'm seeing.
Pascal don't scare me.
These matchups.
Pascal does not scare me. He doesn't scare me. Now, Clay, he scares me, but not Pascal. I understand what Kawhi is. Come on, Jalen.
I have a significant difference of opinion over here. Laura, let's go over there, see if you can settle this.
If Bruce could just do sound effects for the rest of the show, I'd be good with that. Jay, Will, and Seth, I am interested in your takes. Let's just go ahead and say the KD does not return and that the Warriors go ahead and win a championship. What does that mean just as far as everything that's going to go on with free agency this summer if they win without him? Well,
whether they win with him or win without him, he's gone. I mean, this has been drama all season long. It's great that the Warriors are going to say, well, we're going to put some type of package together. We're going to sell them. And look, there's no better coach in the NBA right now than Steve Kerr. You can say he's got Steph, he's got Clay, he's got Durant. His ability to manage all that, injuries and everything else, has been incredible. But let's face it. I mean, I can't see a scenario where Kevin Durant, especially if they win without him, is back in Golden State.
Let me add to that as well. Since Klay Thompson didn't get picked for an all-star team, as far as first team, second or third team all-NBA, he won't get a Supermax contract now. So they'll have another $60, $70 million that they can play around with in order to bring another big free agent on there if Kevin Durant does decide to leave after the season. So as much as people say the Warriors might be done when this whole thing is over, no, they could still be ascending in the West.
It's interesting. Okay, very quickly, if he does return, can he just get right back into this offense the way that they've been playing?
I think he can transition right back into the offense because that's the great thing about this team.
If his health is okay.
If his health is okay, when you look at this team, Boogie comes in, he goes out. Steph Curry goes in, he's been out and injured. Kevin Durant, now their style will change a little bit, their depth will change a little bit.
Right.
They won't run as well, they won't be as efficient in transition. Draymond will take a little bit of a back seat. But yeah, I mean, look, this guy is a freak.